Pete and Paul Snowden have already got a Group 1 win with him, with winning the Galaxy. He was so brave there because he'd over-raced. We're looking at him here, and the good news is he looks to be a lot more settled than we've seen in the past.
Yeah, he's really relaxed. Look at this stallion. He's absolutely primed for this race today. And the Snowdens know how to get a colt ready to win on the big occasion, and it just looks perfect for him. He's going to get a lovely run just parked in behind the speed, or that's what's most likely to happen. And if he gets out into clear going, he's probably going to be within 2 lengths of the leaders at the top of the straight. I think he'd run him down.
Well, as soon as Kieran jumped on board, he's got a little flighty. They're going to take him straight out, Russian Revolution. Darren, well, I think we agree on one thing. He's the best double-figure priced horse in the race.
Yeah, I'm just a little bit concerned where he's going to get to on the speed map, Darren, because I'm just not quite sure if he's got enough early toe to be with them in this.
Oh, he's got to go back.
He's got to go back, and that's my sort of concern. If he's too far back, he might run on and run a nice 4th or 5th, but I'm not quite sure if he's a winning hope.
And is In Her Time good enough?
I think she's good enough to win at Group 1 level. I'm not quite sure if it's weight for age against the males. I think she'd be better suited when she gets to the 1,400 metres of the Tats Tiara a little bit later in the campaign.
Well, $18 into $17 suggests that she may be good enough according to some punters. Let's have a look at your top 4 selections for the James Bogues Premium. Doomben 10,000.
I'm going with the favourite here, Russian Revolution, and look, I was glad to see him go out onto the track early because he did start to get a little bit warm as Kieran McAvoy got on.
Calm, wasn't he?
It's better than
as soon as he jumped on.
It's better than he has been, and that's what you want to see. You still want to see a little bit of fire in him. You don't want to see him too docile, just walking around here with his head on his chest. But he was good enough, and he hasn't. We'll see a little bit more of him as he goes to the barriers, but I think he's clearly the horse to beat. The draw, he likes the conditions, the speed on, he's just going to be in a perfect spot, ready to be pouncing. I thought counter-attack was the danger. Then get back to number 5, Music Magnate, and the 1, which is Fell Swoop. So 12, 7, 5 and 1, my numbers here in the Group 1 Doom at 10,000.
And is there any money coming at Crown Bet for Russian Revolution, the fave? Oh, Matt gets a huge opportunity here, mate. Good to see you.
Yeah, likewise. Yeah, I agree. He gets a huge opportunity. He's been so consistent, obviously, placing in so many of these big weight for age Group 1s. But once again, we've got the visitors draw, which around Doomben is no help. But I think the wet track will help to offset that. And Damien Brown's a very, very good rider of Doomben, and that was the reason we secured his services a couple of weeks ago. And he presents in very good order. I've been travelling him, obviously, over the last couple of seasons, and I think this is the best he's travelled away. So, yeah, look, we're looking forward to it.
OK, where will he be in the run? What does your speed map say? Because there looks to be genuine speed.
Yeah, obviously the grey local horse upstart, it'll roll across at a good tempo. You've got Red Zell and Russian Revolution, natural speed horses. I've left an open book outside of that for Damien. You can't tie them down off an outside gate. We don't know how much they're going to want to grab hold on Russian Revolution, or how much he'll fire up and over race like the TJ. So left an open book. If they go too hard and we can just drop in there somewhere, it'd be lovely. But at the saying that, if they all want to grab hold and we roll across an outside leader, I'd cop that too. So it's up to Damien from here.
How do you compare him physically to what we saw in the TJ where he ran 3rd?
Oh, look, very similar. He hasn't missed a beat. He had a nice maintenance trial. Like I said, he's done well since and travelled up here extremely well.
Mate, good luck.
Thank you.
Matthew Dale, big opportunity here to get a Group 1 with Fell Swoop. It's shades of buffering, isn't it, VZ? I think the buff got to about 8 Group 1 placings before he got his first one.
And the market is clearly pushing the way of Fell Swoop, because he's now into $6.50 and has been very well supported. Just having a look at what's happening off course and here with the Victorian official price. Nice. The favourite is clearly solid enough at the 330 in Russian Revolution, but the biggest move outside of him in a good quality Group 1 event is Fell Swoop.
Well, Russian Revolution, Matty, will definitely star favourite here.
Definitely, Richo, $3.20, but as BZ just mentioned, there's a pushback for the top weight. Matthew Dale's runner in Fell Swoop into $6. Also a little bit of late money for Music Magnate, $8.50. Red Zell, as a result, has gone a bit cold out to $8, and Darren holding its price. So money to say that it's still the favourite, Russian Revolution, but Fell Swoop best back to beat it.
The big one, the Doomben 10,000, first conducted way back in 1933. It has had a few distance changes in the past, but this is the big move now from 1350 back to 1200 metres and a change in the carnival. It moves forward, so it starts the big Queensland carnival. This Group 1 classic, the Doomben 10,000 and Russian Revolution for China Horse Club and Newgate. Peter and Paul Snowden and Kieran McAvoy will start our favourite, the Snowden team, with Beaded and Epaulet. Had so much success when they were part of the Darley operation. Brent, he's getting on the toe. This is what he can do.
Yeah, he's getting a bit hot, and you can see Karen McAvoy with the towel just sort of getting rid of a bit of that sweat, trying to get the horse to calm down a touch, and he looks ready to rock and roll. This is basically him. Like
This is okay for him, actually,
yeah, this is not as bad as what he has been. Even leading into the Galaxy, you saw how far he was in Sydney on that occasion. But he's going to have to harness some of that energy when the gates open and not want to overdo it, because if he gets fired up, like in the TJ Smith, I think they went about 10 lengths quicker than standard through the first 600 metres, which Fell Swoop was able to sustain that pressure and keep kicking, whereas Russian Revolution was over racing and doing that speed, and he just left himself nothing at the finish. But if he can find something to follow and get his head to relax, he does have a really strong turn of foot. And look, the majority of punters agree, because he is the favourite, and a solid favourite at $3.30.
There's young Regan Bayliss making a real fist of it as a senior jockey. He's been able to capture a Group 1 already in his young career, winning the Newmarket. He's such a calm young man, isn't he? And
he's come back from suspension only just recently, 10 days ago, and he's ridden 7 winners. I think he posted on social media yesterday afternoon for the week, and obviously has a great association with David Hayes and the rest of the Lindsay Park team, who he does a lot of riding for them on the provincial circuit, in also metropolitan level in Victoria, and he gets his opportunity here on Darren, a horse he's had good success on in the past.
Russian Revolution will be our favourite. Kieran McAvoy won the race last year with Music Magnate, and also captured his first Doomben 10,000 on Epaulet back in 2013, getting under 2 minutes away here from our feature today, the James Bogues Premium Doomben 10,000, back to the 1,200 metres, and Russian Revolution is really solid.
Yeah, he certainly is. Just looking at the figures from the betting exchange, of course, is about that solid sort of mark, and Red Zell has been the easy one here, getting right out, which is quite interesting, but the horses are moving into the gates. The best backed late would definitely be Fell Swoop, horse number 1.
Up, expected to lead or be close to it. One of a dual-pronged attack for Peter and Paul Snowden, also represented by the favourite, Russian Revolution. Is Darren coming forward, coming off the Autumn Carnival in Sydney. He's a talent from Victoria. He goes in. Rebel Dane comes up. Won the Manikato last year at Moonee Valley at big odds. This is the feature event of the day, and Russian Revolution goes in. He's running the 10,000 favourite. Music Magnate, can he go back-to-back? He won it last year. He won the victory at Eagle Farm 2 weeks ago. He goes up. So there's 6 runners to move in, 6 out of line. Let's have a look at the UBET tote board. Russian Revolution 340, Red Zell 680, Fell Swoop 690, Music Magnate 880, and Darren is at $9.40. They're the key market players. As we're getting close to the jump, Upstart Pride about to come up. Fell Swoop and In Her Time and Takedown waiting their turns. The weather has cleared precisely at the right time. The sun is now broken out and shining upon Doomben as we're just about ready to jump in this time-honoured race. It's had a few name changes over the years, but I think it is best known as the Doomben 10,000. In Her Time goes up. Fell Swoop and Takedown will be the last 2 runners to move in. Good luck to all of the connections in this Group 1 event. Here's Fell Swoop coming up. He's got the bad barrier, but he's not unnoticed in the betting. Fell Swoop goes in. Takedown last to load. And now we're just about set to go as Takedown takes his spot. 13 to run. Jim Roberts has the starting duties. He takes the button and about to switch on the red light. Stand by for a start. 2017 Doomben 10,000 Group 1 racing, and a starter's delight. They broke as one. Red Zell showing his natural early speed, breaks out of the pack and goes to the lead. Start Wondering's on the way forward with Upstart Pride. Russian Revolution parking just behind them with Japanesma. Counter Attack was next, followed by In Her Time, who was deep. Then the Monstar Music Magnate, Fell Swoop, drifted out to fourth last. Then Rebel Dane, Takedown, and Darren was last of all. 700 left to run. Red Zell sets it up mid-race. Leads Upstart Pride by a neck. In Her Time, tracking deep, 3 wide. Russian Revolution, poised fourth. The rail, then Start Wondering. Fell Swoop and Music Magnate were wide. Music Magnate struck some trouble. Then Japanesma. Rebel Dane is going out of the cheap seats there as they come to the turn with the Monstar. Then Darren, and Takedown was last of all. Heading for home. Darren shifted his ground. Presented Russian Revolution with a great run. He slips her on the inside to come after Red Zell. Then Japanesma, Start Wondering, followed by In Her Time and Counter Attack. Red Zell is still a leader with 100 metres to go. Russian Revolution can't get it. Darren is starting to burst home. Counter Attack still there. Red Zell clinging on gamely. Won the 10,000. Red Zell start to finish. Beat either Counter Attack or Darren. Russian Revolution every chance fourth. Then came Start Wondering, In Her Time, Takedown, followed by Japanesma, Fell Swoop, Upstart Pride, Music Magnate, Rebel Dane, and the Monstar last in 1:10.54.
And for Triple Crown, Peter and Paul Snowden, a Group 1 win with Red Zell. A super performance right there on the speed, absorbed the hot speed. The owners absolutely love it, and that's what's great about a horse that's part of a big syndication, winning a Group 1 Counter Attack. Terrific in for second. Darren flashes for third. And Russian Revolution will be fourth.
He had every opportunity, the favourite, travelled on the back of Red Zell, presented there to win the race up along the inside, but just wasn't simply good enough because the horses are coming from back in the field, Counter Attack, and also Darren was a terrific run to finish third from where he was, cutting the corner. A nice ride there by Regan Bayliss. But all honours here with Jim Byrne, and I can imagine this will be quite satisfying for him because 12 months ago it was quite controversial, the ride of his and Hooked in the Doomben 10,000. He was sort of certainly lambasted for that effort,
right.
and he's been able to get redemption here in the Doomben 10,000 aboard Red Zell.
Peter and Paul Snowden just continue this amazing run. They win the classic races since they started in their partnership when Peter moved away as the leading trainer from the Darley operation. They continue their wonderful success here. A big win to Jim Byrne. Peter and Paul Snowden win with Red Zell.